Sometimes things aren't quite what they seem, especially when it comes to life in Port Charles. Over the past few years, General Hospital has become pretty well known for keeping storylines under wraps, making it possible for them to catch even those convinced they know where things are going off guard. As a result, we wind up paying very close attention to what's unfolding in front of us. So when Carly went from serving up a burger to her handsome new customer, completely unaware that Mr. Brennan was, it appears, the infamous pikeman, to feeding a random homeless guy, we sat up and took notice. On the surface, this appeared to be nothing more than a couple of throwaway scenes with which to bond Carly and her handsome new customer. Of course, given that the burger-lovin' Mr. Brennan appears to be pikeman, this was a very dangerous connection being forged right before our eyes. We couldn't help but notice that the accented newbie seemed both impressed by Carly's actions and perhaps even a bit smitten by her, which left us wondering how both Drew and Sunny might feel about this. But then we watched the entire sequence again, and rather than focusing on Carly or her customer, turned our attention to the homeless man whom she fed and Brennan later gave money to via Carly. The dialogue indicated that this was not the first time the homeless guy, whom we'll call HG for the sake of brevity, had been spotted lurking outside Kelly's. Coincidence? Or might there be much more than meets the eye to HG? Perhaps he's actually hanging around Kelly's not simply because they have the most awesome burgers in town, if Carly does say so herself, but rather at the behest of someone else. Carly's been known to bristle from time to time at the idea of Sunny's men keeping an eye on her, so he might easily have taken the path of least resistance by hiring someone to go undercover, or in this case, under scruff, the far scarier possibility that HG is actually on the payroll of pikemen, perhaps paid to keep close tabs on Carly because the baddie, like everyone else, knows just how important she is to ex-husband Sunny. If this proves true, Carly could well regret her acts of kindness should they be repaid tenfold in pain and suffering. It certainly wouldn't be the first time that a dangerous character walked among the unsuspecting locals in the guise of a homeless man. Long before becoming the type of leading man who could sweep Elizabeth Weber off her feet, Franco, as played by James Franco, was introduced as a sociopath masquerading as a homeless man. You might recall that Maxie, pictured with Franco below, originally fell under his spell only to later regret it when his darker tendencies came to light. All of which leaves us to wonder if perhaps this is another case in which General Hospital is playing games with us. Remember when Lucy was introduced as a shy librarian? Or if we've become so accustomed to having the rug pulled out from under us that we wind up seeing things which aren't really there.